So now we're into Streets 2. So, this is actually kind of a difficulty spike. The first few levels, like, okay, Tiari, and prepare to drop if you're trying to do it fast. There is, like, quite a bit a reset point, but once you're past that, Streets 1 and Uplift are pretty free. But then now we're on to Streets 2, and there's a little bit of a difficulty spike again. So you just want to follow the same pathing that I've been taking here. So when we get to this next area, I'm just going to kind of break down this area. So basically there is a jackal sniper that can spawn in 4 different locations and a brute that can also spawn in 2 different locations. So right here, if you path up this way, first you want to kind of walk and see. So the jackal did spawn here. So what I would have done in this situation is, like, yeah, I'm running straight, I'm just walking backwards. I would have seen this jackal, I would have headshot him. Okay, well, for some reason it missed. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to walk up here, check again. So he is here, I just headshot him and then walk by. This brute that is there as well, he can spawn in that location, or you can just spawn over in this center-ish location. Whether that brute spawns to our left or in that center location doesn't really matter. This brute can also spawn with a carbine rifle or a brute shot. The brute shot's a little scary, but I'll talk about that in a second. So this jackal that we just killed, though, it can either spawn here, in this bridge over there, there's another bridge over here, or it could spawn like at a bridge over here. This one is very rare, like I've only seen it once or twice. But the other 3 are pretty common. So what I tend to do, or how I path this area, is when I come here, I'm just looking backwards to see if the jackal does spawn here. I headshot him. I throw a nade to get this grunt off of the turret, and then I can just continue to run through this area. Because this brute has a carbine, he's not that big of a threat if you just do what I just did. But if he does have a brute shot, he could be shooting brute shots at you here and kill you potentially. So you want to kind of walk backwards so that you can avoid the brute shots if he does have a brute shot. Then you come to this door. You can grab this health kit right here. Now in this area, there's a couple of things as well. There is a brute that can spawn over on the left side here, right here, or I think like down on the street somewhere. If he's not in these 2 locations, it doesn't really matter. If he does spawn here, you can just walk up and backsmack him. If he spawns over here, then you actually kind of want to jump down this side early, so that way he doesn't see you and wake up the grunts. Besides that, there is also a sniper jackal, which can either spawn up on this roof here, in this center section, or I think there's one other spawn somewhere. But these are the only 2 that matter. If it spawns over here, you don't have to worry about it. If it spawns in the middle section, though, it will see you no matter what pathing you take. So you're going to want to kill that jackal, but it's going to wake up the grunts. So you just want to either run through the section, or if you do kill that jackal, just be aware that these grunts may wake up. But anyways, you would take this pathing here. I got the path, I got this pattern. This is pattern dependent, so this will be something after you do several runs, you'll kind of learn the patterns. But I got a nice easy one where I didn't have to shoot the jackal or anything, and I could just run past. So now you want to come over to this door. So this is another like pattern based thing. So there's a sniper jackal that can either spawn over here, which it did. So it spawned over here, so you just want to headshot it, or it can spawn on this roof over here. So you want to ignore that jackal though, and then you just want to take your plasma pistol and try to get rid of all these brutes. If one runs away, you don't have to go really chasing him. The main thing though is that you do kill the not invisible brute. That is because there was a engineer, right, which gives all these enemies shields. If you that engineer is tied to this brute, so as long as you kill this brute, then the engineer will die, and it kind of helps with consistency. So the main thing is that you kill the non-invis brute. The other brutes you still want to kill because it just basically these brutes, if you don't kill them, they will run kind of towards the door that we're trying to go to. And then they could cause problems potentially, throw a nade at you and kill you. So ideally you want to kill all three. If one of the invisible ones run away, it's alright. I don't know, you're just gonna have to adapt, you know, if you don't kill all three. But yeah. Besides that, there is also a jackal that can either spawn in this area or this area. He just has a carbine rifle, so he's not that big of a threat. If it spawns on this left side, you can pretty much ignore him. But if he does spawn on this side, he can be kind of annoying. So while you're waiting for this door to open, you can try to kill this jackal over here if he's over here. So yeah, you come over here. This is the armory. So this is, as long as you have 8 audio logs, this will open for you, and it has some ammo and mongooses. What you want to do is you want to make sure you do top off of your pistol ammo here, because like I said, your ammo has been carrying over through all of the sections, and you want to make sure you do have some ammo here, mainly because you don't want to go into data hive and have no pistol ammo. So just as you're pathing here, just make sure you just tap, pick up ammo, and then get in the mongoose. Now you want to take the mongoose, drive over this way, and then up to this door here. Okay, I got unfortunately plasma charged. You want to park your mongoose pretty much up against the door. The reason for that is because the door will stay open if you park your mongoose like pretty much up against it. If you park it farther away, the door will close when you enter this section, which just loses time. But yeah, so you open this door. Now there's going to be 3 grunts in the front and a brute, and then 2 grunts behind the brute. So you want to make sure you kill the grunts as quick as possible. This brute can either spawn with a carbine rifle or a brute shot, sorry. The brute shot is very scary because you're in like a tunnel with, you know, the walls are all around you and stuff like that. So the splash damage can kill you. If it is a brute shot brute, you actually may want to prioritize the brute shot brute. Depending on the situation, you'll have to adapt. But if it's a carbine rifle brute, you want to kill the grunts first. So we'll see what we get here. I have a grunt. It is a brute shot brute, and he killed me, right? So that's what I mean by it's pretty scary if it is a brute shot brute. So we'll just try again here. Because I'm describing things, I'm not like 100% dialed in. But all in all, you know, that brute shot brute is pretty scary. So yeah, park up against it, open the door. Then he has a brute shot again. Got me again. I thought I made a checkpoint. I guess not. So I'm going to kill this guy too, because I'm taking more damage than I usually would. For some reason that jackal EMP'd me on this mongoose twice. It's pretty rare. But anyways, we'll, you know, try this again. This time it should be better. Make a checkpoint this time. Oh, so sometimes the grunts and brutes are actually sleeping, which is pretty rare, but if you ever do get this pattern, what I like to do is just actually plasma pistol the brute as he's not paying attention, and then these grunts either turn into suicides or they become very easy to deal with. And then there's 2 grunts back here, which you just want to kill. And then the door would still be open for you to grab the mongoose. So, I may, because of the checkpoint that I got, yeah, they're always going to be like this. So if you get this rare spawn, that's what you want to do. Regardless, though, if they are awake, then you want to see if the brute has a brute shot or a carbine. If he has a carbine, get rid of the grunts ASAP. If he has a brute shot, the brute shot's pretty scary, so you may want to try to overcharge plasma pistol him before you deal with the grunts. That's kind of up to you. What I've found is the best thing if it is a brute shot brute and you identify it pretty quickly is kind of be in the air, like jump on this for example, and kind of not be close to walls, right? Like if you're just in the air, it's much harder for the brute to kill you with splash damage. Um, so yeah, that's something to consider. But anyways, so we'll kill this wave here. Oh, I died because of grunt, grunt birthday. It chain reacted the nades on the ground. Okay, so we cleared this hallway. This hallway is actually pretty scary. Like when you start doing runs, like you may die to this hallway quite often. Yeah, so it's just something that you'll have to practice. But anyways, when you clear it, you just take the mongoose, open this door, and then you come over to this artifact over here. And that is Streets 2. So I'll see you in the next video.